Our next speaker is passionate about this. He and his team are working really hard to make sure that everyone has access and everyone has the ability to follow their entrepreneurial dreams if they want to. And here to explain what he does in a much more succinct and clear way than I am doing right now is Dur Oye. Dur.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. How you all doing? I need a bit more energy than that. Good evening, everyone. How you all doing? There we go. Do I have the clicker or someone going to click for me?
It's on the music stand.
Music stand. Thank you. Amazing. So thank you for setting the tone, Mark. I am going to use my notes as well. I was going to try and do it off the dome, but let's do it. And the time is also going to help as well, because once I got talking, I probably won't stop. Now, I want you to imagine a world where the next tech giant, community leader, or industry disruptor is waiting to be discovered. Now imagine that same individual is held back, not by the lack of talent or drive, but by systemic barriers. Through our work at 2020 Levels, we've discovered that talent is hiding in some of the most unlikely places. You'd be amazed by the level of talent that's hidden in the streets of our inner city London. Just there, laying dormant, waiting to be discovered. The Centre for Research in Ethnic Minority Entrepreneurship, CREAM, has unveiled a compelling case. Investing in ethnic minority entrepreneurs is not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. Ethnic minority businesses generate significant economic value. CREAM's research reveals that they often outperform in innovation, job creation, and community impact. Despite facing structural challenges, ethnic minority entrepreneurs demonstrate exceptional resilience and adaptability. Now, imagine what they could do, what they could achieve with equitable access to resources. Some of the barriers that we face, some of the barriers that hold us back. One, the obvious one, access to finance. Research highlights that ethnic minority entrepreneurs are less likely to secure funding. This isn't a reflection of their potential, but a result of systemic inequality. In the UK, Black founders received only 0.24% of the total venture capital funding available over the past decade. You heard me, the past decade. These stats are usually covered over the last year. If you're an ethnic minority entrepreneur, you need a whole decade to gather these level of stats, and it's still not up to 1%. Number two, networks and mentorship. They often lack the informal networks to open doors to opportunities. This hinders growth and scalability. The third one, discrimination and bias. Structural biases in the system, from banking to procurement, disproportionately affect ethnic minority entrepreneurs. There's an economic argument. Investing in ethnic minority businesses could unlock an additional £100 billion of untapped economic value. CREAM shows that diverse businesses perform better, adapt faster, and open new market opportunities. Then you have the social impact argument. This goes beyond the economics. These businesses play a critical role in uplifting communities, creating jobs, and serving as role models for the next generation. So what can we actually do about this? There's corporate responsibility. Communities should commit to diversifying their supply chains and investing in mentorship and support for minority entrepreneurs. And you also have community-led solutions. Community organizations, accelerators, and programs like our Business Levels Business Development Program are critical in bridging the gap. 2020 Levels are not the only ones working in this space. You also have the likes of Hatch Enterprises, Founder Vine, Startup Discovery School, and the Black Business Residency at Somerset House. I think a lot more can be achieved if we join up our efforts to achieve more. Allow me to introduce to you David and Kerry. He has over 10 years experience in men's tailoring, working with the likes of Hackett, Charles Twight, Hughes and Curtis, and Richard James on Savile Row. He now designs some of the finest handcrafted suits that you could ever come across. He did one of our programs back in 2019, and as a result of that, he launched his business. We then referred him onto the Black Business Residency program at Somerset House. Together, we served as the perfect launchpad for his business and his idea. With just over a year's trading under his belt, he's definitely one to watch for the future. David is just one of 200 entrepreneurs that we supported over the last 18 months. Some of our stats: 85% reported an enhancement in their practical business skills and self-management abilities. 90% developed an entrepreneurial mindset and attitude to dealing with business challenges. 75% saw growth in revenue and received additional funding as a result of completing our program. We've also distributed £15,000 in business development grants. So if we could achieve this in just 18 months, imagine what we could do together. Imagine how many more Davids are out there waiting to be discovered. So my call to action is very simple. The time to act is now. Join the movement. Let's break down the barriers and create a more inclusive economy. Whether you're an investor, a policymaker, community leader, you all have a part to play in driving this change. If we're honest, we all do. The future of entrepreneurship is diverse. Let's invest in it and unlock a more better, equitable future for all. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you so much for that amazing talk. So a couple of questions for you. Firstly, how did you personally get so passionate about this?
Another 8 minutes. No, it's based on my own lived experience. I was involved in a term that I coined to be street enterprise. And you can allow your imagination to run wild with that. And I, developed a number of skill sets from that said enterprise that could be used as transferable skills. And someone taught me how to do that. And I decided to be able to teach other young people how to do that, because you don't know what you don't know. And if what you're presented with is all you have to go by, you think that's all that there is. But if someone is to pluck you out of your environment, place you in a new environment, surround you with positive role models, you'd be surprised about what you can go on to achieve. That was my story, and now that's the story of over 2,500 young people that we've impacted since I started the organisation.
Yeah, I've been to one of your, what are they called? Pitch nights, yes, and they are amazing. These young people are passionate and smart and really, really excited to be there, and it's just an amazing thing, so I recommend to go check it out. But I was going to ask you, I know you have your call to action here. We probably have some investors in the room, angels. We probably have people who run their own businesses or are hive in organizations. How, specifically, what is helpful to you right now?
It's very simple. It's access to new networks, access to new opportunities. So every single one of you in here would qualify to be a mentor, be a career mentor or a business mentor. It's 6 hours over 3 months, so it's 2 hours a month. Very easy, very well structured. Once you start with that, we'll roll you in and you become a member of the family, and then we can have other conversations about investment, funding, living space. I'm joking. But the list goes on. It's one of those ones where you make a commitment to a young person to commit 6 hours of your time to pour of your knowledge, your experience. You'd be surprised at how that little investment could be the change and the turn that they need to actually achieve their wildest dreams.
Thank you.